Okay. We're doing good. Just got to get everything up and ready. Yeah. Have to get to the meetup actually pretty quickly as well. I'll do that all on the stream. Ooh, my Ethernet cable. That's a first. Rule number one, you want to make sure you hear snap. If you don't hear snap, ooh. Oh no. My Ethernet cable, yeah, but that was my fault. Yeah, that's a problem. My Ethernet cable here doesn't have the plastic clip to it to snap it in place. So it could be a line of failure, you know? Like, that's never fun, but I'll look into that later. I just need to get up the face camera and also lower some settings on here. Cool. This is my morning face. That's what you're gonna see today. Lol. There we go. I was like wondering why it was like moving too much and stuff. Okay. So let me switch back over to this. Go to here, then take care of what I need to before we get started. I'm actually pretty excited today. I have a lot to do, like usual. I always do. But let me go to the events. Go here, close out of all of this. We'll open up a chat GPT window just to have it like an average vibe coder nowadays. And then we will open up this. Let's see what project it was in last. Oh yeah, that's right. I was looking at the source code of Ballotro. That's right. Meanwhile, we got to get back to going to here. So it's going to be the content scheduler. We'll go into here, open that up, close down my open source of Ballotro. What is this all about here? Why do I have... Did I accidentally just do something? Oh yeah, I did. Fingers. Okay, meanwhile we'll go back to here. We'll go to this, and then what we'll do is we will go to the organizer tools and then go for edit event, this one that's coming up. And this is weird. The JavaScript for this page is always just so terrible. I also have to go to YouTube as well here. Ooh, Cowboys extended Jake Ferguson. Wait, who? Okay. Alright, weird. That's a lot of money, but okay. He must have really talked himself into that one. Let's... view channel, where is it? The live, here we go. So I could just get the link for this, run this reverse. That's a lot of money, but okay. Here, and all I need to do is just add the link. Okay. And then save everything. Where's the save? Save changes. Cool. Ah, my chest. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, I am old. So, you know, that tends to happen to old people. So, I am pretty old. So let's continue. We'll go here, get rid of that. I think I have everything pretty much ready to start. Now, I think I started early just because I'm going to be leaving later today. So I figured we should do this early and get started. I'm still going to run at least about an hour to almost 2 hours max. It depends. Let's bring up everything else necessary. Why do I have this? Oh, Ballotro stuff. Okay, cool. what I want to do is bring up Android Studio. That's what I actually want to do. Go to here, Virtual Device Manager, and bring up just the normal Pixel phone. We'll have that here in particular. The Metro's not connected, but that's fine. I'll bring that over to another screen so I can visually see for now. I'll instead go into the right folder, which is the mobile version here. We will then start up everything to get this running. I like the other one with the window up, but it was cool running it with just the yeah, it was kind of cool, but I like seeing the window. I don't know why. I'll have to, probably because I can move everything a little bit better. Perspective, I guess. I don't think I saved those commands, did I? I don't think I ever did. Oh, I did. I saved them right here. Did I remove? Oh, that's failure. I removed the other one. But I think it's just run Android for most, though, actually. Straight up. Like, if I just did it like that, I think it should just go. But I think that was the problem. I was having caching issues or something. So, that's why I think I, like, reset cache. But hopefully this should just work now. Why is nothing happening? Oh, wow, that was so slow. Did y'all see that? I could have took a nap. Oof. Alright, meanwhile, it should initialize in a bit. I don't know why it's super slow. It makes it feel like as if something else is running, but, I mean, I don't really have much running on here, hopefully. Like, Android Studio is always going to eat what it can. Yeah, I only have only about 50 gigs on this computer. It's not that much for RAM. But still, I should be able to be efficient. Don't know what's going on. QEMU is definitely this thing. QEMU, relational. What else? Chrome, oh wait, hold on, let's see here. Studio, yeah, it's all Android. Okay. This is weird, whatever. Okay, so let me see what my data looks like here. I should have stuff, yeah, I have stuff from last week on here in the database. That's kind of cool. Yeah, but yeah, I have things like this, and then it posted. It did work on TikTok. That's where we were last. How many issues do I have left here? The YouTube refresh token dies and everything. I know that we did TikTok last, but I think I need to make a video about it, because I think in order for me to actually get it released for TikTok, I have to like get approved. I actually made a video beforehand, but I didn't understand how I at the time didn't understand how their like system worked as far as getting approved for production for your application. And so like in and the main reason that happened was because when I first went to their interface page or their development, I could actually show it. I'll have to go there anyway. Let's go here and then do like TikTok developer or something. No, I don't have a TikTok developer login. So essentially the main reason that I was having an issue was because when I first created an application, it starts you off on the production side, and I didn't really see the small little sandbox up here, right? So when I was first starting off and I was trying to do everything, not also was it difficult because I didn't stupidly see the I stupidly didn't see the sandbox part in particular. It was also difficult because you need to have an actual custom domain in order to actually get anything done, even on the sandbox version, right? Like on the sandbox version, you have to still have like a custom domain in order to like actually even test the application. And you need a terms of service, a privacy policy. You need like everything, the whole 9 yards with it. It's kind of annoying, but I would say it's less annoying than LinkedIn because you don't actually need like a whole business license, or not business license, but like you don't need to be like a whole business entity in order to actually like at least get this done. So it's an up and down, but at least it's cool for yourself. So it's a half and half, because if I release this application, no one else really can use TikTok until I get approved, right? And that's what's kind of lame. Like, I could use it for myself, and that's cool. And so it's difficult because I could do it like Twitter, where I could make the option where I make a custom login that kind of deals with that, and it's on your onus to get it set up. But I feel like if I assume that I am going to get approved, then this shouldn't be an issue, if that makes any sense, right? Because only the main reason is because the only account that can actually use the app that I'm working on right now is my own account, right? Like, you have to know every single person and add them manually to the sandbox for targeting users. It won't work against everyone. So that's what I think makes this extremely difficult. Um, yeah, it's just one of those super difficult things. Um, but I'm going to probably hide TikTok, at least until they approve the application. Um, but like, yeah, it's difficult. The only reason I'm even talking about it right now is because, as you can see here, like, you have to upload a demo video that shows the complete end and flow of the integration with TikTok, right? So, like, before, like, I just made a video of the concept, but it didn't actually work because I wasn't able to actually get this part working, just simply due to the fact that I needed a custom domain with everything, right? Like, so it was a lot more difficult to even just test, along with like the target user, right? But once I finally got it working, it now works, right? And so I guess the point is that I'm gonna show it so that I can, like, I guess, redo the video just in case, and then show them a better video, of how it works now that I actually have it working in theory. So, um, yeah, that's what we'll do. And then from there, we'll see if there's any errors or issues along the way and go from there. Yeah. Okay. Um, and then we'll get into Blusky if we have some time. Blusky is, oof, that login is quite annoying. I'm hoping that, like, it gets a little. It's annoying only because of the fact that they want me to use an SDK. I hate using SDKs for things of API calls. Like, if it's an API call, you can use an SDK for other people. That's cool. Whatever. I hate relying on someone else's work of their SDK of whatever if it's just an API call with some authentication. I would rather handle that myself every single time. like, so what we're gonna do is, I'm thinking of uninstalling and then reinstalling and then showing them from fresh. But I also think that it should just work regardless. If, like, let's say if I go like remove here, technically I think there is a glitch where well, technically it's weird. It is weird. I think this should be fine. Maybe it's not a glitch. If you remove all your social media accounts, at first I wanted it where you won't be able to get back to the calendar screen until you log in. But however, if you can, like this, I actually think that's fine because you did have information before. So you can't resend because there's nothing to resend to. But I think that's fine. But there's still, like, issues there because you could try to resend, like, let's say this errored post with no like, with nothing there, which would cause an issue in you know what I mean, in the workflow. So, like, I'd have to see, like, if accounts on everything. If not, it's only just visual. Maybe even take away this editing option and deleting option. You just get to see a flat result, if that makes sense. I think that may be actually the smarter thing to do. Just take away the options. Very, like, there's a lot of thought pattern there that needs to be kind of fixed up, you know, logically. Yeah, and if I hit close, see, that only happens on load. Then you can't get back to it, right? So, I think that's still proper. I think it's fine, man. So much with it. Easy method. Goodness. Hold on. Okay. So, let's try to run this social media scheduler using TikTok, right? We'll add an account. We'll go for TikTok. What? No, it's just Chrome. Boom. I'm already authenticated from before because I had logged in from before. So now I'm logged into my scheduler app. If I go to accounts here, you could see that TikTok is added with the test app. And if we go to like test app, if I know how to say test app, yeah, if we go to test app, we go here, we can see my private account. And this is from a post I did before. Let's recreate that same thing. I wonder if I could delete this. So we're gonna hit delete. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, cool. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here, hit close, and we're gonna go and import in a video. This is like a 2 or 3 second video. This is actually just for another issue, not for TikTok at all. It's if we're using like Instagram or something like that. They don't support 3GP, but TikTok does. Who knew? So you guys support 3GP. We'll then select the accounts of this one. We'll use our normal we'll actually create a default schedule of right now. So I'm gonna unselect that. I won't have a thumbnail right now, and we're gonna set it to private because when you are in test mode, you need to have everything set to private in order for it to work. If you try to do anything else, it won't work. So I'm gonna say this is a test video on TikTok. And we're gonna go for before the current time. It's like 3. Yeah, we'll do that. So therefore it'll just fire immediately. We'll go like that. And now it should bring it up. There we go. And it looks like it is successfully working. We are checking here. And it looks like it is successfully worked. Yeah, looks like it successfully worked really quickly, actually. Very impressive. So now that we know it worked, if I go here, I need to add reactivity to everything, but if we go back and we check, now we could see it's posted. And if I refresh this screen, we could see that everything is posted. And that's essentially how this would work. The code is open source. You can see it on GitHub, and that's about it for this video. Perfect. Okay, I was just doing that for the TikTok import that I have to do. Therefore, when we're done with everything, we can update this. I can give this to them, and we can go from there. But other than that, I think that's about it for TikTok. I think what we're really on is Blusky. Oh boy, Blusky. It's gonna be a wild one. Just trying to think to myself if there's anything else that I need. I think I'll talk a little bit more about TikTok just for like video editing that I'll have to do. And then from there, I think then we can get started on trying to do some Blusky stuff and go from there. Did I make a video on TikTok? I feel like I did. Let me check my list of videos that I've made throughout this year. TikTok submission. I don't think. Yeah, I This is like the original one. I don't think I made anything for TikTok. Okay. So I guess then I'll talk about the code on TikTok and how that works. Just to kind of follow up. Oh my gosh, my voice. My voice is so shot. So I'll just instead talk about like some of the code that is used on TikTok, and how it works with the API handler and the DB service to actually post content and things like that. And then we can move on to Blusky. Yeah, I'll keep all these three files here. So let's discuss here. So So for TikTok, I essentially used most of, actually, before I even do that and talk about all that with the shim, this is, I think, what was causing the problem before. Hold on. I just want to make sure that this is the only place I'm using this JS256. Oh, I'm probably going to use it in Blusky. We'll see. We'll see. And I do use it for getting the access token. Lib. Okay. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. So for Blusky, I pretty much do almost, I can't even say it. So for TikTok, I almost do the same thing that I normally do for the other APIs, where you have to handle out where you have to handle out the OAuth. Can't even say it. My brain is shot today. The Python challenge. I'm not even using that, really. Am I using it directly? Hold on. Oh, I'm not even using this. I wonder if I got rid of this whole thing, this thing would just work. Because I'm not even using code challenge. I'm just using the code verifier. So this may not even be necessary. None of this actually may even be necessary. But let me see if I'm using it in any other place. So 1, 2, 3. We could actually remove all of this. Now if it breaks, that'd be funny. But let me just double check. Who knew? We were actually cleaning this up. Cool. Alright. This actually makes things a little bit better. But I think the bigger thing that I wanted to mention was the code verifier. No, that's what it is. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you have the code verifier. It's random in particular. Yeah, the PKCE authorization flow. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, that's just for getting a basic access token. We can actually remove this now in particular. Let's see here. Anything else before I start to really talk about this? Init, yeah, photo post, yep, fetch, publish status, yeah, and then put. This reminds me more of a mix between LinkedIn and YouTube in particular. Yeah, so that's how I'll start this in particular. Let's even open up the LinkedIn stuff for reference and the YouTube for reference. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what these are essentially like here. They're pretty much almost tit for tat the same. They have a little bit of difference between how they, okay, yeah. But you have to initialize your information first. And then send it over. It's pretty quick though, but it also reminds me of YouTube as far as how you handle the privacy level. So, init TikTok video upload. We have init TikTok photo post. Fetch, publish status, and publish. Where was the init though? The init is this top one here. And publish ID. Okay, yeah. So post media to TikTok is essentially the one that we use here. Okay. Yeah, or a photo. Yeah. And this is where it starts, and you put in the privacy level, and then it basically does the same thing where you initialize the video with the information, then you upload, then you get the status. It's just the same as LinkedIn. So, okay. So that's what I'll say in particular. Oh, laundry's done. cool. So what we will say here is, let me go here. So let's see, TikTok, LinkedIn. So, okay. So TikTok is essentially the same as the others like LinkedIn and YouTube. It reminds me a lot of LinkedIn as far as it reminds me a lot of LinkedIn when it comes to the authorization flow. Kind of the same. There's some small differences, but pretty much the same when it comes to these two. And then it also reminds me of LinkedIn when it comes down to how you would post in particular. You would, where is it? There we go. Initialize video, yeah. And it reminds me of how you would post as well. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. And it reminds me of how you would post as well, right? Like you would be able to initialize your video, then you upload, and then you check the status and make sure that the status is good, and you send the status back, right? Like, so that's essentially how you would do the same in LinkedIn as well. You initialize, you upload, you would then check the status and make sure everything's good, right? And you would essentially do that for a lot of them too. It's just this one reminded me of LinkedIn. But it also reminds me of YouTube a bit when it comes down to the privacy levels, because that's actually important, right? So we have private, public, and unlisted for these privacy levels here. But for TikTok, they have public to everyone, mutual, followers, friends, and self only, right? And so essentially what I did is, instead of making like a privacy level for TikTok or YouTube, I essentially made unlisted set to mutual followers and friends. So if we go over to the API handler here and we check out the code here, we could see that we have like this little section that basically is a lookup table that just maps the names from the YouTube side over to the TikTok version side. And so like private is self only, unlisted is mutual followers and friends, which isn't really the same, but kind of can be referenced kind of as the same. And then you would have it as public, right? So that's just to make it easier. If people want the actual difference, then yeah, I mean, you can change the code, right? But essentially, now that we're in the API handler, I could just show you how that would work here. I made a case for like if TikTok, right? I made a case for if TikTok, if like, I can't even say it. I made a case for if TikTok, just like I made for the others, where it's if YouTube, if Instagram, if Threads for the social media provider content. And if that's the case, it grabs the credentials from the database. Once it grabs those credentials, it'll actually then try to update those credentials immediately first, so that therefore it could have a new refresh token, new access token, all that other good stuff. It tries to save it to the database, then it moves on to the attempt of actually trying to post the content, just like all the others. If it's video, if it's video or image, it will then go ahead and post. I can't even say it. Okay, let me breathe. I was just flowing. If it's post, which should never happen, we just skip it because, again, that shouldn't happen in the UI. If it is video or image, we then start to actually grab the information from the actual data of the content, right? So the content should, if it is video or image, we then grab the information from content data. This would then give us our full path like file name, extension, everything that we need to then be able to post the information to TikTok. And then once it's successful, we move on. If it fails, we then log that, move on to the next, right? Like, so it's the same as the others, just we have to actually add in a lookup table to kind of match the privacy information for now, right? Let me see. Did I actually add thumbnail to this? I think I added oh, no, I don't think you could add thumbnail. I think that's what it was. So I got lucky because TikTok doesn't allow you to add thumbnail like that. So thank goodness. Thought I forgot something. Okay. And then this leaves us with the final set. And this leaves us with the final file that was really updated here, which is the DB service, which had to be added with new information for the content table for TikTok. Let's see. Which would add in the new content table for TikTok, you know, sub ID, access token, refresh token, things like that. Because of the fact that TikTok actually uses their access token and separates kind of the information from that in the refresh token, I actually needed to have those columns separate. So because of that, it makes it so that if I was therefore, it makes it so that when I'm therefore refreshing my actual token, I can then request an access token, but that access token is always more short-lived comparatively to the refresh token, yada yada, the normal, right? So, and let's see here, what else do I have to mention about this here? Yeah. When we're actually doing the sign up section here, we do the normal same flow that we do for the others, where we bring up the web page for the TikTok login so that you can log in with your own credentials. This is all essentially the same information as before, but then we have to insert in that information, which we had to make a new function for. And of course, just like the others, we have a difference between inserting in the information or updating, because when we first sign in, we insert rather than when we create content, we're updating those credentials. So we have a difference between the insert side and the update side. And is there anything else that I need to talk about when it comes to this? No, I think that's about it. Yeah. And then lastly, we have a function to be able to fetch the TikTok credentials, which we use in the API handler, right? And lastly, we have the fetch TikTok. I can't even speak. I need water. And lastly, we have the fetch TikTok credentials, which we use in the API handler. And that's about it to integrate everything with TikTok. Yeah. Okay, wait. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. I guess I'll have to do an outro, and then I guess I can finish up with Blusky. Just to make sure I have everything. So I would basically have everything done for the week. Just kind of reviewing, doing the TikTok stuff. Okay. Okay. Whew. So that was all it took to really integrate TikTok with the current social media scheduler. Next, we're going to work on Blusky and just, yeah, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Keep it short. Okay. So that's about it to integrate everything. So that's about all it took to integrate TikTok with the current social media scheduler. The next thing we're going to do is integrate Blusky, but that is about it for this video. If you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, please feel free to put them in the comments below, as I love to interact with everyone. And other than that, I hope that the rest of your day goes well. Peace, everyone. Perfect. Cool. Now, what we're gonna do is get ready for Blusky. Oof. Blusky's difficult because it requires like a different setup completely, and my goal is to not do whatever they're doing as far as their SDK called like their library called AT Proto or whatever. But I could just be misunderstanding everything, if that makes sense. So I'll have to look into that. And then once I'm done, with that, it'll pretty much be over, like done today. Because again, I have to actually go somewhere. Like I actually am planning on going to a store to pick up this Wacom pen. I used to have one when I was younger, but I want a new one so I can do math without having to waste a bunch of like printing paper and everything. And so I feel like it will like help me think better when I can just like write my math on a Wacom pen. Um, so that's kind of the goal, and I want to kind of get early because there's only one left in the area. And the weird thing is I could buy it, but every time I try to buy things from Best Buy or Walmart online to like be picked up, it seems like as if like there's always like an internal issue. Like for some reason they can't find it. They did something weird with it, and I should have just not did anything and just bought it on shelf. So that's my goal today, right? Um, but yeah. But let's get back into this in particular when it comes to Blusky here. We'll want to open up the Blusky like template file I guess we made some a bit back. I think I tried this, but it caused an issue. I couldn't remember. Or I was close, but it didn't work. Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure. And so because of it, I was never even able to look into their API as to how to even post content, because I don't even use Blusky at all, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so like, and I don't use TikTok, and that's why it probably took forever to freaking figure out how to use it comparatively to like YouTube or Instagram or Threads or insert whatever, right? So, but enough complaining. Let's open up some like we'll need GPT. I know that for a fact because when you try to look up something for Blusky API, they always push you to AP Proto when you're trying to do like OAuth. Their AT Proto OAuth specification or whatever. Like, I mean, PKCE is pretty good. Like, I think I was almost going to use that. Or maybe I just brought that over from TikTok and that's why I deleted that because I didn't need that. We'll need to see here. Authorization flow. The 80 is an authorization document on how to use OAuth with AT Proto. If there are discrepancies between this document and blah, blah, blah. But I don't want to use AT Proto directly, like the library. But I could be wrong, right? Let me see here. Okay, so OAuth, yes. HTTP API, see for other forms of auth and AT, including legacy. No, we don't need. It's not don't know what you mean. As long as I can do HTTP, I don't care. As long as this runs over HTTP. So it's XRPC. Okay. So HTTP API for client server requests in AT Proto use a set of common conventions called XRPC. I've used this before. I just have not used this in a while. XRPC, I'm pretty sure was like, it's like pretty old. How old is XRPC? I'm pretty sure that's like 20 years old or something. How old is XRPC? Oh, it's new? Oh. Maybe I'm thinking of a different protocol. Huh. I mean like API, I mean, not like crypto. Oh, so it is new. What was the one that I thought that Salesforce was using originally? I don't think that was SOAP. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Either way, we know it's new now. It's something completely different here. Nice and new with a set of conventions. Endpoint path names include an NSID location or NSID indicating the lexicon. Okay, we got a lexicon specifying the request and response schemas, usually a JSON content type. Yeah. Okay. And it builds on top of it. It's similar to JSON in OpenAI AI, but includes some AT Proto specific features and semantics. Weird. What do you mean? This specification describes version 1. So we have null, boolean, integer, strings, bytes. A SID link is a link. Interesting. Blobs, arrays, objects. We got parameters, tokens, references, unions, unknowns, records, queries, procedures, and subscriptions. Cool. Lexons or JSONs, files associated with a single NSID. File contain this, that, and the third. Each with this. Definition with the name main usually contains the primary definition for the entire file. A lexicon with 0 definitions is invalid. A lexicon JSON file is an object with the following fields. We got lexicon integer. Oh, okay, so it's an int. Indicates version. Oh, so this is just version. Lexicon just means version. Language version. This is a number of 1 usually. Okay, cool. ID string is required, which is the NSID of the lexicon. We got the description. This is a string. It's optional. And then we have the defs. Weird defs. Maps of strings to objects. Weird. I need to see what that looks like. What is that like power? Like, what does that look like? A PowerShell type mapping? Like, what are we dealing with here? Set of definitions, each with a distinct key, like objects. Yeah. Are you talking about string to objects? Like, so it's not okay. Whatever. Schema definitions have a type field to distinguish their type. Oh, weird. Yeah. You have to define the type within a field. It's required. A file can have at most one definition with the primary types. Primary should always have the same name main. It is possible for main to describe a non-primary type. The references to specific definitions within a lexicon uses fragments. This is like .com example defs. Okay, it's some view and main. So weird, bro. I need to see like a normal curl example of this. The schema makes sense, but I don't think I could just write this. I need to see like a schema, or not a schema, an example in curl or any sort of any language. I just need to see an example that sends it like a content type with application JSON. This is so weird. This would take me a bit to understand. Yes, I want to get and a post request. Oh, so it's a query and a procedure. I saw a query here. Query was all the way at the top here. It's one of these. So query and procedure are what I'm looking for. Okay. So I just need to visually see one example of like a request in AT Proto. If I could do that, then I think I can do it. Even if it's Python, I think I can then massage it to TypeScript with GPT and some understanding. Like it's not that difficult. It uses a JBear token. Okay, there is also a line. No, I don't want to care about that one. I just need app passwords. Admin tokens. Ooh. This is so much more difficult than I thought. And I think the main reason is because this helps me to understand at least some idea as to what to do to make the specification, to make the request work. But I think the bigger problem is still that I don't know how to make a client app come up. Like, you notice how before, like with TikTok or YouTube, I can make something come up that says you're logging into this app. Therefore, I can get the user authorization flow working. That's what I'm looking for. Authorization code and refresh token. This seems like, oh yes, but I do not, I just wanted to use some random HTTP. So interesting. All right, time to talk to GPT. And this is the code I got before. And I think this is where I tried to do. But it didn't work, really. I'm pretty sure. Well, we could try it. We could break everything and try it right now by hitting Blusky and break things. Weird. Oh, that's right. That's right. I feel like it somewhat did something, but then didn't do it. Then it just says redirecting and then doesn't do any. Then the redirect doesn't work, which is also odd. Because I can't, like, if there was, let's say, a JavaScript error, like on that side, then yeah, but I can't even tell what the error could be here. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think anything really even happened here. That was the thing. I can go like this, and Blusky sign up. That's, yeah, it just says Blusky sign up. Nothing really happens here. Maybe I just stopped in the flow. The best way to know is actually check the database file, like where you do the new sign up stuff, because I may just not even have anything actually waiting on the other side for it. I may not even know what's going on there. Let's go for a new sign up. So we do have something here. God, Blusky, I don't even, oh, what? Ooh, weird. Oh, it's waiting for a string back. Maybe, yeah, but there was nothing within the flow that makes this trigger backward correctly, I think, to take over. I think it's waiting for something in the URL string, and it's not coming back with code equals like it should. I think that's where the problem's coming from. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's not normal. I don't know. It could be JavaScript. It could be something else. But I wouldn't know from the phone. Because this is like, I mean, from the phone emulator. How am I supposed to, like, look at the console log of a phone emulator? For, like, a browser. This could be a wild one. Okay. Let me ask GPT here. Let's see if we can figure out something here. Okay. Trying to add Blusky login flow to media scheduler app, and it's not redirecting back to words like the others do. As I type things out, it always becomes more clear to me. It's like you just got to type it out, right? So let's do this. We'll do the whole thing just so it knows what things are. So I'll say db service.ts, and then we'll also then do blusky.ts, and then This happens sometimes. I gotta wait as it tries to parse down everything. I don't know why it does that, but we'll wait, I guess. There we go. Actually, we'll go like blusky.ts and then yeah, we'll try again. Oh, well, we'll first want to clear out the browser and stuff like that. It's always weird and stuff. Cool, and then we'll go like that, and then Blusky. Yeah, and then that's about it. Oh, I see it now. Okay. Okay, got it. That must help. That must help. There we go. I never saw the URL string on that before. That's going to be helpful. So it says error, invalid request, error description, unable to obtain the client metadata for some sort of ID. Wait, do I have a Blusky account? What are we doing here? Oh, for an app, right? Or like, I can't even tell. Oh, so I do have a Blusky thing. But wait. Oh, weird. Invalid URL. Oh, so like, is it a redirect URL issue? Oh, interesting. The thing is, I just don't remember creating any client. It makes it feel like as if I have to log into Blusky and create an app. Oh, wait a minute. Don't you do that on your actual own account? I forgot about that. I just really don't use Blusky, man. Blusky. Oh, whoever bought that's genius. That's how it's spelled. Bisky. Okay. So what was it? It was settings, and then it was content, media, accessibility, language, blah blah blah. Let's see, account, maybe. I thought it was like developer stuff. I want to do passwords right here. Like, let me see here. Passwords. Oh no. Wait. Not trying to change my password. I'm not trying to export my data. I just thought it was in accounts. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's in... I don't know. This is actually a little weird. Not necessarily sure. I thought that it was right in here, which threw me off. I was like, what? You could just create an app client here? I thought it was here. Why? How do I have 3 followers? What? Who am I following? Oh, I guess they just do that. That's so weird. I had 3 followers. I was like, what? Those must have been bots. About, help, languages, accessibility, appearance, content and media. No. Privacy and security. 2-factor app passwords. Medium blue. Use app passwords to sign into other Blusky clients without giving full access. Huh. I'm like trying to understand like this is the right thing, but I think it was just use app passwords, which to me was like super weird because you don't create all the other information I felt that you should for this, if that makes sense. It just feels like something's missing. But I'm gonna have to take a break actually because I want to make sure that my dog is good. And then I also then need to check on the laundry now. It's been about 30 minutes, but I'll have to then think about this. Let's look again at the GPT answer here. So what is this saying here? Double check the client ID for Blusky. But that was the thing though. It's talking about redirect URI, right? Like we're talking about redirect. Must be a registered. Yeah, like what are you talking about? Registered. That makes no sense. Registered. Oh wait, what? Am I not on my Blusky account anymore, dude? But yeah, like privacy and security. Allow others to be notified. I can't understand what you mean. Because there is no, if I create one, it doesn't give me the option for this. So when I, like, unless there again is a Blusky developer login. Like if there's a Blusky developer login, this makes more sense. Call for create an app. Get started. Wait. I don't want to, I'm not going to do that. I want to get started, but I do not want to install an SDK. I do not want to do that. I do not want to do that. I do not want some SDK. I just want to know how to do this. I think I checked curl before with Blusky password. But then it says this and then it says create a post. But this doesn't help me for understanding how to create a client app. Create client. That's what you. Yeah, I just must be misunderstanding it. It looks like this has to be this way, but I just wish I had seen some sort of understanding of this. Because for me, I'm still not seeing like the web page show up, you know, like which just makes more sense to me. But I'll keep talking with GPT on this. I'll have to take a little break, make sure that the dog's okay, and I will be back. Cool. I'll be back. Ugh. Let me just make sure the dog is okay. Alright, so the dog is good. Actually, I need to get water. I'll be right back. What's that? What you got? You want treasures? Is that what it is? You're smelling the bubbles. You're smelling the lulus right here. You're smelling the lulus right there. Good. Now, the water. Where's the water at? All right, got the water, and we are back. Dog is doing good. I'm still struggling with Blusky, and let's get back to GPT. Hold on. Then what we'll do is we'll take this whole thing here and we'll just go like this and go like that. What is this? Oh, is that markdown? What do you mean edit this page? Oh, it's markdown. I'm not gonna edit it. I just want to see the raw. This makes it so much easier. Yeah, because if we have this, this is perfect. We can like show the whole thing. And then go like this. Then throw in the advanced. And that should give it some more context as to everything. That's what I thought, a random value. I was like, well, I don't have a random value. I have an app password. But I knew that app passwords weren't the right thing. It felt like that was only for the individual user. Instead, Blusky expects your app itself to publish a small client metadata JSON file on the public web. Oh, what? Wild. So I have to actually make a metadata file on the web so that therefore that's what they use? Wild. Interesting. Very intriguing. Okay. Because that means that I could just then make that like off of whatever. Off of like GitHub, you know. But I have to see, yeah. Client metadata JSON file where the user begins OAuth, the auth server fetches that file, uses the string you pass as client ID, and checks that the URL is valid and reachable. The JSON the ID matches the value fetch from the JSON. If any of that fails, you get the error you saw. Random looking string. Who told you that was random? It's an app password though. But that's not what they're talking about. You don't make them then. Client ID is a URL string. What? Oh, they literally put the client ID as the as the URL string. Nuts. Application type web, depop, bound access true, grant types refresh token, redirect URIs. It goes to redirect, response code, scope, APP proto, token, endpoint, auth method, none. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's just that I don't know how to read. That's what it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. I don't know how to read. That's what it is. It's interesting though, because they say this, but you talk about the specification, but it was, oh, it's from the ATP proto specification. And as I was reading it, it was like, yeah, but it would have been just annoying, like super annoying, because I would have never understood that it meant to save this in a URL. Like I would have never seen that happening. Like it would have never made sense. The concept would have went right past me that all they meant to say is that you just need to save a JSON file to a hosted spot. Like, why is that so hard to say? I'm still trying to read this just in case I missed it, like how I would have been able to understand this. It must have been a well-formed, it must be a well-formed URL. Okay. Over graphics. So for example, okay. So I get it. I get it. I do get it. It just wish that I would have. Yeah, I get it. This I don't think I would have connected the two though. Oddly enough. But that's why I have GPT. It's like now it makes way more sense. This makes way more sense. So all I have to do is create a file, a JSON file that can be accessible. This URL redirector, I'm pretty sure is accessible. Where is it? Here. It's in mobile version, not in components. It's in, I think it's in like something called docs. I think I put it, yeah, docs. It's privacy policy, redirect, terms of service, index, and CNAME. We need to create a JSON file. So I'm going to say client metadata JSON. Client metadata JSON, like that. And then put this minimum JSON in that file, adapt as needed. JSON C. Oh yeah, the way they wrote this was weird, but I can easily handle that. Yeah, I can handle that. That's not a big deal. Oh, perfect shot. Good to go. Then what else are we adding? Set the oh, the markdown is just weird. The way the output of the markdown is weird. Set the Blusky client ID to that exact URL string. Oh, you mean my environment variable? I don't think. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's. I was gonna say. I hope I didn't set it as an environment variable. I don't want to start dealing with that right now, please. There we go. We now have that saved up. And open Blusky logic. Make sure that the redirect URI query parameter uses the same one. What are we talking about? What are we talking about here in this open this logic? Oh, the redirect. Ooh. Oh, well, that should be the exact same. Yeah. You're saying put the exact same that I already knew of. Well, the. Oh, you didn't do that. Oh, because I'm not doing this. The only reason I did this is only because of TikTok. I'm not gonna do that normally. I'm not gonna like link it to Pythonic IT normally, unless there was some sort of direct reason for that. I'd always rather do the exact flat one, rather than like the CNAME or whatever. But I get what they're saying there. That's cool. Then deploy both redirect and the meta file. Confirm they're loaded in a browser. In other words, check it. And then it should be good to go. Okay. Yeah, I don't see why not. What files were edited today? And then we could push up the code. to GitHub. There's a lot that's been edited. Have I not? Oh, have I not did the stuff for TikTok? Huh. Oh no, that was, yeah, there was that. What about for TikTok? Oh yeah, none of this has been saved on TikTok. Oh, okay, cool, whatever. Not a big deal for me. I mean, in all honesty, all I have to do is now just think, because I thought I had added some stuff for TikTok, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I, well, maybe what the key is that maybe we didn't add in the stuff to the issues list, right? Because we have 3 active issues. Let's see all issues as well. 3 weeks ago. Yeah, so I never actually created any issues for this. So that's interesting. I never actually added a feature for it. So let's add in a feature, like a feature or whatever. We're gonna say feature. Yeah, TikTok API. Add TikTok to scheduler, and then I'll add myself. Labels. Feature. Something like that. Throw it in. No. What about features? Really? They don't have that? I wish I knew the list of labels there were. Maybe it's lowercase. Maybe they actually care about that. Why am I getting like this like weird stuff around my, like, you know what I'm saying? There we go. I'll try one more. Okay, I'm not using any labels. Screw that. Oh yeah, I spelt it wrong. I called it TikTok. I knew something was off. So feature, and yeah. And then I can just open this on GitHub, fix the name, because of course I wrote the name. No, I was like, I knew I spelled this wrong. That's how you know I don't really use in TikTok like that, because I'm like, git add dot, git commit m meetup 7/27/2025 TikTok integration. Then say get push. We go like that, which is cool, which just means that now all I have to do is check out the all I have to do is actually, I could actually check it like this, but I'd actually want to do it from this method first, just to make sure it actually works properly. Go like this, move it over, then take this down, go like this. Lame. Oh wait, I forgot, it takes time to do. That's not like an immediate thing to do, because it requires a GitHub action. Oh, so it just did it just now. Can I try again? Still nothing. Oh, it tried to remap to that. Is that what happened? It tried to remap to this. That's not gonna work like that. Not that I know of. Huh. Weird. Let me think about this. Let me like think mentally. Like what I'm gonna do about that. Oh, this is like an HTML version of the same page. That's what I did. Of that, the redirect should work, the terms of service should work, and then the client metadata JSON should show up. I could make a server for it, I'm not going to. That's not what I'm gonna do. I don't wanna do that. I just wanna know, let me think here. We could do redirect HTML. And if we could do redirect HTML, I think that'll work. Okay, so that works, but the other one doesn't work. Maybe I should go on a... Oh, it says OAuth. Oh, why did you OAuth? No, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to make a new folder called OAuth. They just made up something. That's not good. But even still, that's not even the problem. The problem is that that file's not showing up at all. So it doesn't even matter. Let's remove this. Get rid of things that we don't need right now so we can kind of just think about the issue a little bit better. If we go into this and then go into like, what is it? Pages, I think. The DNS. Oh, we got to do a DNS check. Oh, what? Why are we doing this? Oh, okay. What, like, yeah, so, okay. But why are you not working then? It should show up. It says visit site, but yet I can't. Because if I go here, that part works. The other page works. Does it only work HTML pages? Can I not do... Does it not work on JSON files? Because if that's the case, that's where things change. Then I will need to host something. That's not good, because I was trying to make it completely open source. Like, this means that, like, I'd have to manage something just to have Blusky, and that was the goal. Do not have anything. Yeah, man, really? So let me think about this in particular. And also let me make sure that the code is actually there and stuff. Like, so the client metadata is there. Wait, can I go raw? Oh, could this work? I wonder, could I just use that instead? What should I do? Is okay, there we go. So we got everything going where now I think, yeah, GitHub Pages doesn't serve JSON files by default, but I can go for the workaround by using that full string, because the full string works. It looks like it's just a raw straight up file. If they allow Blusky to use this, I could just use the raw GitHub string here and then call it a day. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's like exactly what I want to do. Okay, so your file is actually called, so the real, wait, what? What do you mean? Nah, that's not the issue. What? That is the issue. What did it do? What? What? It was because of the hyphen? I put in a hyphen, and so it needed to be URL encoded. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. Bro. He says technically yes, but it only needs to get cores. It doesn't matter. So you could set it if you want to, but that's just so funny, man. It's like, I forgot about the hyphen. That's hilarious. Okay. So now that we know that, let's get out of this. get into Blusky, move to the correct path here for this, which of course is odd, but yeah. Oh, no, 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 don't touch that. Do not touch that. Must be URL encoded. Must be URL encoded. Yeah, okay, so now that works for that. The client ID, though. So push, verify that I can curl. But I don't need to do that yet because it's just in the string here. So set that in the code itself. But that's weird. Why wouldn't this just work directly even if it's hyphened? That's so weird. It's the same thing, but it doesn't work unless it's hyphened. Unless it's encoded first. It must break like GitHub. That's so weird. So I'm definitely going to keep it with the string involved in there. But then afterward, what was the other thing? Like, because I think I was missing more besides that. Oh yeah, then he was saying verify in the browser. That's where I was. After those changes, Blusky should be able to recognize and then send a code back, letting you do whatever you want. Okay, something like that. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm assuming. That's what I'm thinking. We're gonna hit R on this to reload everything straight from scratch. We're gonna oh wait, that won't work. I forgot. I need to actually rerun this and close that down. Load the whole thing. If we can get the login at least by today, like this, and the login works, oh, then everything changes. But I highly doubt still, because I don't even know what the information's gonna come back with. Like, I don't even think I have anything that like therefore gets out like credentials from it, you know, but we'll see. Wait, did this die? Again, what happened here? Why is this not working? Yeah, I mean, I know that, but why is this not working? What happened here? Oh, okay. I just saw the other one and I probably accidentally, yeah, okay. So, okay, so now we have some stuff here. We're gonna go and try Blusky again. We're gonna go see what it looks like. Completely broke it. I think I broke it. Blusky sign up, but it didn't even do the linker. That's weird. Like the check in the browser. That's weird. Because all I did was change the URL string. I don't think I did anything else crazy. What do you mean here? This normally I don't think is a problem, but I can't tell. JSON parse error. What did I do? What happened? Yeah, I don't think this has anything to do with anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna dismiss this. I think there's something else going on. Well, it said Blusky sign up. Let's just go from there, see exactly where the flow is happening and having an issue, and go from there. Call it a day. Blusky sign up. And then I think it's in this. We map down to it, so we have that. And then we have our deep link. But why isn't the deep link firing? I could just try to instead do the URL string that was there before and see if that was actually the real problem. I would laugh because the URL doesn't exist. Okay, is it reload? Oh, okay, it didn't reload. Is that the problem? No. Couldn't be the issue. Blusky. It doesn't even load now. What? That's crazy. It doesn't even show up with anything. Am I at least getting something in here? Oh, cool. I just have to, it's just not reloading properly information. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm not necessarily caring about that. I just need to see why the Blusky sign up isn't firing anymore. It could have been something I did, but I don't see how. If provider Blusky sign up, we have our deep link function, and then the function fires, right? Like, what's going on? Blusky open, ATP proto, authorization, well-known server, blah, 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 blah. Oh, link, oh, ooh, maybe there's some sort of, oh, it's failing here. Oh, yeah, no, it's not, oh, that's not it. That's not how you do that. Wait, oh, I get it now. Oh, I think I get it now. Okay. Okay. I just need to double check if it was saying that in the blue, in the auth login. Let me minimize this real quick. And when we do sorry, wrong thing. Minimize, tap, there we go. And make sure the redirect query parameter, because I thought they were talking about this. I think this whole thing needs to fix. But scope is ATP proto. Okay, so I think I am getting a failure when creating the URL. I'm getting a failure when creating the URL. I think this needs to change. Think the oh, darn it, I gave it the wrong code. Hold on. I think it just needs, so, okay, here we go. Cool, we go like this, we go down. I think it needs to change to Blusky. I think it needs to change. I think it needs to be just. And actually, as I do that though, too, I can say that it didn't work or something, or I could say I tried. Because sometimes I just like to type this and then try it myself, and then it just kind of helps it know what happened after if there was more failure here. Let's go with that. So, like, reload this, go back to this. Just want to make sure this is fully cool. Reloaded. Hit add more onto this. Still nothing. But I'm still, oh, could not handled undefined client ID equals what? What do you mean? How's that undefined? There's no way that's undefined. What do you mean? Oh, meta authorization endpoint. Oh, yeah, of course there's going to be nothing there. I don't have authorization endpoint here. What are they talking about? I don't know what I'm doing. But then it said, oh yeah, I can't even be able to, what do you call it, this? I can't console grab this. Maybe I can if I did like, maybe if I quickly think about it, I can go and grab it from ADB logcat directly by like specifying out the React Native I'm working on, but that's like me getting hopeful and lucky, I don't think. And this is still reading. Okay, hold on. There we go. Let's see if I can grab it beforehand. I don't feel like it shows, though, the warning stuff, but I want to see. Possible. Yeah, it doesn't have it. Even at verbose, it says, I'm going to say W. I'm going to put in a W instead. I think that should do it, because maybe it's not. Yeah, nothing still. Frame is this. Maybe it's just moving too fast. Yeah, it's just moving too fast. I wanted this information here, but it's okay. I could just give it the picture. I just don't like giving a picture to O3 because it overanalyzes pictures too much. But then it said, let's see, picture, which makes sense because I don't have that key in my JSON, which you have here. You go here and then add that. And I think that's about it. This protocol is very interesting. So I think it actually did read from the first place. It grabbed the JSON, but now I think I have the wrong setup there in particular, probably from some other GPT, and I'll have to figure out what is needed to make the full request, because I thought that I just make the, but I'm gonna need to reach Blusky at some point, right? I give Blusky this information, I assume, right? I just don't know. I don't know. This is what makes this difficult. But I'm only gonna have about 5 to 10 more minutes, and then from there, I'm gonna have to pack it in for this one. And we'll have to tackle this sometime throughout the week, and then do more on our next meetup session. But think about it. This is our last social media scheduler, provider we have to deal with, and hopefully we should be good. I mean, we would have been YouTube, Instagram, Threads, LinkedIn, Twitter or X or whatever, and TikTok, and then Blusky. That's crazy. That's an insane amount, and a lot of cleanup will need to be done. But at the end of the day, I think it's pretty good. Once the app is fully available, though, on Android, oh man, and I think it was actually allowed to be released. Actually, I think I have to check what Google has asked me to do, but yeah. That new stack trace is happening because the authorization endpoint URL you build is literally undefined. Yeah, I already know about the undefined. Oh, it's a hard coder. Oh, so I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. Got it. Cool. Got it. Thank you. What we'll do is we'll take this up, we'll scroll up, do this, add this in, and then I'll just call this Blusky Rudebrak. Blusky Rugaba. Rugaba. And in your env file, oh yeah, I'm just gonna, no. We're not gonna do that. But I get what you're saying now. I get everything you're saying. This all makes sense. We're not doing that. We're gonna do this because there's no need to make it a crazy environment variable type thing. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll map this out. I'm not dealing with my environment variable like that. We'll then go in and do the redirect that is here. I don't see why not for this. I would rather it not be like that, but whatever. This must be URL encoded. Okay, so now we have, oh wait, why is there an export on this? There's no need to export this. We're gonna use it soon. And so then So then what we do is we have this, we have our stuff here. I'm still not doing whatever it's saying there. I'm going to go and continue to use the GitHub one in particular. I'm not doing any of that other stuff. Like, it desperately wants to use the other one. I'm not doing that. And that reminds me in particular that I'm going to not use that here. Now, when we go down to this URL string here, we can go ahead and essentially get a const URL that goes like this. And now that should work. And the body, oh, we got a body somewhere? What's, oh yeah, the body parameter here for this thing here. Const body parameter, search new URL params. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like what you're doing here, man. Redirect, but that's fine. I could just think. So ops body is ops code. I don't really like what he's doing here. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to keep as I have it, but I'm going to change the redirect URL to what I have it as. Blusky redirect. That's cool by me. Ops code verifier. I think that's all I needed, actually. I still don't think this will work, but I mean, we'll see. This is our last attempt, and then we're gonna pack it in for today. So we're gonna go ahead and hit account here, this Blusky. I don't have any issue. It's still got an error. What do we get? We got some sort of issue. I just can't tell where it's coming from directly. Like, the first JSON set would be kind of weird, because if that's the case, it would still be coming from this. I'm still getting the first one. Unless it's somewhere else. So what we're gonna do is say console log Blusky metadata. Try again. Because if we can get to there and that works, then we know we're good. Let's go to accounts. I just want to know where the error is coming from. It didn't even make it there. It's dying before that. The last thing I'll do just to make sure is say console log test with the scope. Yeah, I like this. That allows me to really make sure there's no issue here. And we know exactly where it's failing. Like that. Okay, so yeah, it failed here. All right, I'm gonna stop everything for today. I'm gonna go down the mountain, get me a Wacom pen, and come up here, and then I'll do some more Blusky stuff. But I think the notes I will say is, I'll make an actual new issue on here. Open new issue. I'll actually close this one, close this. And then we'll make a new one, and I'm gonna say feature add Blusky OAuth 2 support. Let's see here. Okay. that should do that. Then we can refresh this last one and then open up this issue, and cool. So then we're done for today. So that's about it for today. I'll probably get back on stream if I get everything and stuff like that. That'll be about 3 hours or so from now. But other than that, I hope the rest of everyone's day goes well. Have a good one, everyone.